Hey everybody, this is Ori from Circuit, and I'm going to talk in this video about Google Analytics multi-channel funnels. But before we actually get into that part, I'd like to discuss a little bit about how Google Analytics actually tracks conversions or attributes conversions goals to a specific element. So for example, the source medium. So in this example, how does Google know that the organic had, for example, 280 transactions? And the simple answer for that is that the last place that a user visited, or the place that a user visited right before they came to the conversion, will get the actual attribution or the actual credit. Okay, so what that means is, for example, if I came from Google and I typed in my term and I went to website X, and then I actually bought from there, or I triggered some kind of goal, that Google.com search or that Google.com referral will actually get the conversion. So another example is, let's say I actually went to, as a user, Google.com, I searched for a term, I went to my website, and then I left the website, and maybe I saw the same website a few hours later on Facebook. I clicked on Facebook, and then I went to the website, and then I purchased. Then Facebook.com would get the actual credit for the conversion. Now, of course, Google visit from before could have contributed, and in many cases does contribute to the conversion, but the last source that a user comes from will always get the credit. So in order to not look at your Google Analytics data in the incorrect way, you're going to use multi-channel funnels to see how different sources actually contribute. Okay, so that's a simple explanation for that. So if I go to Analytics and I go down here and I go to, I go to Conversions and Multi-Channel Funnels right here, and I click on Overview. Okay, so let's click on assisted conversion. So now I have a graph and I have a few different metrics right here. Okay, so number one is I have something called assisted conversion value, and then the second one is I have last click conversion value. And what that basically means is last click is more like what I mentioned before, which is the last source to actually bring traffic to the website, and that's the one that gets an actual dollar value or a goal amount or e-commerce value. And if I look here, for example, let's actually go to this source and medium right here. Let's filter. Now I can see, for example, that Google Organic actually had 237 sales that were tracked as e-commerce sales that people came to from Google Organic and then immediately bought. And I also have 116 assisted conversions in which someone came to from Google Organic, and then they left the site, they came back on a different source, and then actually purchased. So what this mention is specifying is that the Google Organic had direct sales of this and assisted value. So actually I can kind of look at both of these metrics together in order to understand how well my efforts are actually contributing, or how much it's worth for me to spend my time or money on ads, on efforts, on content, etc. Things like that. Okay, so once I look at this, now you can kind of understand this idea. Now, I want to give you another example here of top conversion paths. Okay, so here you can see it a little bit more clear. For example, let's actually filter by source medium, because this is what we're doing in the example. So here you can see, for example, that a common path is someone coming from Google paid ads, then leaving the site, then coming back directly, either by just typing in the URL, or maybe they came from an email campaign, or Google just didn't understand the actual source medium path. And you can see, for example, let's find another one. Let's go here. Let's add a little bit more information. So you can see, for example, in this case, there were 4 conversions by someone twice clicking on an ad and then coming to the organic. So that might be something like maybe they clicked on our ad and then they left the website, maybe typed in our business name, our brand name, and maybe the word coupon or our site, or looked around maybe for reviews or things like that. They came back. So in this case, Google Organic got the actual sale, but when we use multi-channel funnels, we can actually see the entire idea of this. So hope that makes sense for you. Of course, it'll kind of let you think about this a little more detail, and if you have any questions, let me know, and hope this video helps. Thanks.